What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, to this brand new video. First things first, if you think my mod is sexy, if you think the 2K mod goes good with these weapons I have here, leave a like on the video. But the subject for today, how to get 2K in arenas. Well, I've seen a lot of people do this as either hit or miss. I've seen people like more dislikes than likes. That sucks. I hope that don't happen to me. But I'm gonna just give my honest opinion and facts on how I achieved 2K, and not just 2v2 but 3v3. You can either armory me, or I'll show you here just a little proof that I'm not talking out of my ass. There's my achievements. And this brings me to the first thing I want to talk about. Getting 2K in 2s and 3s right now is actually completely different, because 2s is like, right now in Legion is basically just a dampening battle. There's going to be a DPS and a healer on the other team most of the time, and if you get double DPS and you have a healer, then consider yourself lucky, free win. But in the other time, it's a healer DPS. It's just a dampening race. When dampening gets to like 70, or like not really 70, but you know, it gets up there, your job is to do more DPS than the other DPS and get a kill. And do that to 2K. That's simple. 3's a little bit more complicated. You're gonna need, like, okay, that's 2s. 3s is a little more complicated. You're gonna need setups, teamwork, and it's not quite as easy. I wouldn't say you're focusing on trying to get dampening to win, because you're gonna want people to die in setups, and you do need setups like maybe 20 seconds into the match. So they're kind of different. But how did I get 2K? Let me tell you. When I first decided I wanted to become 2K, I knew that I could no longer click. Okay, so what I did, I made key bindings. I got used to them. It took about a month to get used to them. That's not key bindings. Here we go. My fingers can reach through 1 through 6, so I keep them unbound. And then I have X, Alt R, blah blah blah, multi-action bar. I got, let me tell you the reason I have these keybinds. You want to have easy keybinds that's not going to be stressful on your hand to press. You're going to want it to be easy to press. My brother, he plays a fire mage, and let's say he had the most stupid keybinds, and he's a 1500 player. That's probably why, it's because his keybinds are so stupid. Let's say his Scorch was on, okay, he walks with, maybe he walks with 2, I think he did, and Scorch was like on Q, Fire Blast was on E, Pyro was on like G. I don't know, it was really stupid. You don't want to do that. See, I walk with my mouse and WASD combined. This is how I am and how I'm used to. So I'm still kind of a keyboard turner, but not really, because I turn on the mouse. But that's just how I do it, how I got used to. But anyway, so my fingers are often going to be on W and ADS. So what I did is, because my hands are always up there, Q, E are right next to W, where what I use to walk. R is right next to E, not too far off from, I barely have to do anything to press this button. T, I can stretch over to there. And if I even wanted to, now since I'm getting older, I'm getting longer, I could even bind Y. But I don't, because I don't need it. Then down by D is F, easy to press because my hand's always there. And then again, just Shift Q, the same buttons up here, but with Shift added to it, modifier. And then we got Tab, because that's close. But I don't have to keep going on, because I think you get my point. You need to make comfortable key bindings. That's not going to be hard for you to press. Get used to them. And then you should be good to go on that. Another tip is, if you have, like, okay, you feel comfortable pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You feel comfortable pressing QRTG. And, like, if you run out of buttons, don't start, like, key binding O, P, L, K, J. Don't do that. Just add a modifier to it, like I did. See, these are easy to press, so I add a Shift. And then I just go 1 through 4 with Alt. Shift 1 through 5, and then Shift V. Then I got F1, 2, 3. And these are all the keybinds I needed, plus the ones that are in my regular action bar. And that's simple. Get key bindings, get used to them, Once you do that step, we'll go on to the next, because you're going to need to know key bindings for the next thing we're getting into, which is macros. Macros are fun, macros help, macros make you happy. We got Dark Sim. This is just an example for DK. We got Dark Sim 1, Arena 1, 2, and 3. Let me explain how this works. Okay, so there's going to be, when you start the arena, here's your team, here's the enemy team. There's going to be 3 people, and it's going to be 3 bars. I'm sure you see this. And I'm explaining this like you guys are new players, by the way. Say there's Turbo, they have the Resto Druid. Up here is the Resto Druid. We got the Warrior in the middle, and then the Shaman on the bottom. Now this always changes. Blizz completely randomizes this. You just gotta pay attention to where the classes are. So like maybe one arena, Druid's on top, he's casting Cyclone, you're gonna push your shift 1 arena macro, you're gonna steal Cyclone. Another arena, Blizzard might put the Druid on the bottom, you know, it's always different. So if he's on the bottom, for me it'd be shift 3, because he's the 3rd arena. But how you make these macros is easy. Just look here. We got Target Arena 1, which is gonna be on top, Target Arena 2, the middle, Target Arena 3, bottom. Let's see. Same thing for these Asphyxiate macros, except I don't use Asphyxiate no more because they took it from Frost. We have it on Holy and I think Blood, I don't know. They work the same way as my Dark Sims did. And the reason these are so good is because you don't have to actually stop targeting your main target to do these. With these macros though, it actually will make you target when you go to do it. But that's where key bindings come in play, because once you steal it from targeting that person, you can then use, see, like my targeting macro is target nearest enemy is mouse wheel up or down, I mean, and this will target NPCs like in raids. It'll target player pets and player totems, player anything a player can like do that's not player controlled, I guess you could say. And then mouse wheel up for me is target nearest enemy player, which is only going to target players, but not, yeah, enemy players, not friendly players. You should do this probably if you're a healer. Target nearest friendly player. So that's where it comes into play. When I press the macro, steal the dude's clone or whatever, it targets him, but at least I don't have to click on him and find him, like, oh, where's he at? Click, there he is. You just, boom, you have him, and then you roll up, go back to your target, easy. Oh, more macros. I'm not done with macros. It's like, what else do I need to do? There's also a thing called a shift modifier macro. You don't have to have shift technically. You can have control. I think you can have alt. So that would be like, I have an asphyxiate macro in here that would help me with this part of the video. Here it is. If I click on it, this is made back when we had it though, Frost. Modifier shift. What does this do? You know how I was telling you about these macros targeting the player that you're trying to steal clone or whatever from? Well, these macros will make it to where that doesn't happen. We have your main target and we'll have our focus target, alright? This dude is casting, let's say, here, let's go to kick. You're gonna need kick macros. I will put this in the description. Just backspace out of mind freeze and use whatever you have, and if you're a DK, just copy paste. Here's the focused, here's my main target. I'm beating his ass, okay? This is the healer, he's kind of close by. I have a ranged kick as a DK. I see him casting clone on my healer or something. I hold shift, and then I press C, and it's gonna kick him. Let's say this is a mage, and then this is the healer. My main, if I don't press shift, it silences this guy instead of this guy. I hold shift, it silences this guy. That's pretty much it for macros. I will copy and paste this right now. Control copy, that will go on the video. This macros are really important. These are just the basic macros I use. This is my burst mac. Well, warmongering. Warmongering was, that was leech or pod, wasn't it? I don't know. This was my, yeah, this is my burst macro for WAD, I believe. Burst macros, they're important too. Banana classes really need it, or because they took out a lot of stuff. Like a balanced druid doesn't have ancestral guidance no more, which increases your damage. And it's basically just putting your trinkets and your burst cooldowns into one macro, but it's not really too much needed anymore because of the changes. So I went over macros, I went over key bindings. All I gotta do now is go over teamwork. Okay, so for 2s, it's possible to get 2K without communication. Because like I said, it's just you're just hitting a brick wall till it dies, basically, because you're waiting for dampening to get low enough to where you can do more damage to the other DPS and get a kill. But in 3s, you could even not use communication up to about 16, 1800, depending on how good you are and how new you are. But you will need it because setups, okay? 3s is setups. That's all it is, okay? So let's give an example. I hit 2K with a warrior in season 1 of Legion, and he would be like, hey, I have shockwave and burst ready. Like, okay, I have grip and my burst ready as well. So what we did was, say here is the healer, he's off healing, this is the warrior, okay? And say there's another guy standing here too, like, say it's a turbo. There's 2 guys fighting us, the melee. So we're sitting here fighting on top of them, and then he says, yo, my burst is ready. Okay, I'm gonna shift V, and see how I targeted him without, press watch. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna grip this guy in with that macro, and it's automatically gonna target me because that's who we're going for. With this setup, is we're trying to kill the healer, but we did so much AoE damage, sometimes 2, if not 3, of the enemy players would die at the same time, and it was beautiful. So I would then, since we have communication, I would know when these things are ready. I would, bam, pull him in. He would shockwave. We both have a burst, and we know that because the communication, we burst, we win the game. And also the healer, he's in the chat with you guys, and you know he's like, oh man, these DPS are riding me really hard. I'm gonna die if you don't help. Okay, that's gonna help. Okay, because I can grip him off or whatever, and it's quick communication. Or he could be like this if he's not in communication, like curse or something. Yo, I'm getting low. These DPS are riding my ass. Please help. By that time, he's dead. You need communication, okay? That's actually about it. Let's think. Oh, your class. As for classes, see, people try to, okay, they're alcoholics. They get a class, they get 110, the current level. They play it in arena for a little bit, and it's not working for them because it's not overpowered or whatever reason. And they say, you know what, I'm going to play another class. DK didn't work for me, I didn't get 2K, quick, easy. Let's play a paladin. They get 110 with that. Didn't get 2K, let's play something else. Get a warrior, 110, oh, didn't get 2K, let's play something else, you get so on and so on. My point is here, get a character you think's fun and you like to play. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if people say it's underpowered, because in 3s, there's room for everybody. Even if they're underpowered, they have a job and a certain comp. Get a class you like, play it, practice it, don't quit it. Don't let people tell you you're playing a shit class, because there's really not a bad class right now. There's really not. There's a comp for every class there is in-game. So just play a class, don't be an alcoholic, get one that you like I said, get good at it, and you'll practice, you know, make keybinds, make the macros I told you about, get good friends, which is another thing I need to tell you about. You need to get friends, you need to find friends, and stick with those friends, okay? All of my friends are quitting WoW every day, and it's harder and harder to find new people to hit 2K with, because it feels like so many people's leaving, and the only people left are people that have friends, and they're hitting 2K with the same friends over and over. The group I hit 2K in the Legion Season 1, I can't talk right now, I'm tired, pretty much abandoned me, you know. After when we hit Duelist, you know, we're all happy. You know, Season 2, we got it. We're gonna be 2K together, keep each other, you know, in touch. We get Season 2, and it was like 2 days later, I was late for the season. I couldn't even find the paladin we played with on my friends list. The warrior I played with me, yo, let's do some 2s, let's get our 3s, let's get this 2K done and over with. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm already 2K. I'm like Bro, why? Oh, I just helped some friends out. I'm like, so that left me kind of like with my finger mask that season. So it's kind of hard to find loyal friends, but once you do, try to keep them. Don't get new groups like if you find something that works, don't fix what's not broken. You know what I'm saying? That's basically it. I don't know like what other people tell you about how to get 2K and stuff, but this is facts on what I did, how I got 2K. Everything I told you is everything I did. Low key, I paid for a 2K carry. No, not really. I'm just kidding. That's if you want to get 2K with being lazy and not doing any of these steps, go pay for a 2K carry. But no one's gonna like you, and it just wouldn't feel good. Like, oh, you got 2K, you got the mog, eh. But let me tell you something. I earned this by myself, and it was the best feeling in the world when I first hit 2K. And you can't get that if you pay for it. But other than that, guys, if you like my sexy mog, leave a like. If you found this video helpful, leave a like. If you get 2K with this little guide, I guess, I don't know, sub. I'm confident you'll sub if this gets you 2K, and I'm confident you'll get 2K if you watch this video. It doesn't. Some people complicate it. It's not complicated. You just do these steps, you're 2K, no time. No time. Get these comfortable. I wouldn't expect to like do this overnight, you know, you're not gonna do all the stuff overnight and get good. You're gonna have to get used to it, of course. You have to make your macros. It took, like I said, the key bindings for me took about a month to get used to stop clicking. Macros took a little bit to get used to as well. But after all that, I got 2K. Here I am now, making a video how to get 2K. And it feels good. If you guys found this video helpful, I already said all that, never mind.